Hello toy fans, I'm here with another one of our SeaQuest openings. Today we're going to be looking at Chief Manilow Crocker, played by Royce D. Applegate. Now, he is the Chief Petty Officer that was supposed to retire, ended up coming back really to serve under Nathan Bridger, the captain for the SeaQuest, and he's in charge of all security on SeaQuest. So much like a lot of the characters that are part of the security team, he does have a hat, he does have a holster, and they don't shy away from trying to put that on him for this particular figure, which I think is really cool. Now, I'm noticing right off the bat, there's a little bit of difference of sculpting here. Of course, with the face, with the hat, with the torso, and the leg. And this just shows that Playmates was really looking at kind of capturing an audience and really paying homage to the show, or treating it as a beloved icon, which whoever made this really did care a lot to make these subtle differences. And we'll go into that as we open the figure. Now, Chief Manilow Crocker does come on this SeaQuest DSV card, and the card's pretty much like all the other ones that we've had. We got the SeaQuest up top with the logo. We have a clear bubble here that shows the Chief and all of his accessories. We get to see Darwin over there, and over on the side is where it says Chief Manilow Crocker. We get a picture of him, the actor from the show, the UEO emblem underneath, and then it kind of comes with a list of everything that this figure comes with. It does boast that it has a individual numbered collector stamping on it, and it comes with a spring-powered away team launcher, which we have seen with Commander Ford. Let's take a look at the back. On the back of the card, we do have it's kind of like the blurb about the show, what's going on with it. We do get to see the entire undersea world of SeaQuest DSV action figures, which is all here. Bridger, Ford, which we've done a review of. Darwin, we've looked at. Lieutenant Commander Hitchcock, which we've looked at. J.G. O'Neill, which we've looked at. And today we're looking at Chief Crocker. Now, he does have a listing of all the stuff that he comes with. It's United Earth Oceans gear. We get that PAL, that personal audio link, which every figure comes with, I think with the exception of Darwin and Dr. Z. We do get that stun gun. It's a handheld weapon that fires adjustable sonic disruption. Again, pretty much every figure with the exception of, I think, Darwin. Dr. Z won't, and I don't believe Lucas will have that, or the Regulator will have that either. We do get that spring-powered away team launcher with, this time, a tranquilizer torpedo. So, it launches a tranquilizer torpedo to subdue sea life for rescue, examining, and tagging. We also get computer-controlled handcuffs, and those handcuffs, I believe, can fit onto other figures, so we can basically arrest other figures. We do get that SeaQuest display base here, and this one's going to be set for Chief Crocker. And he also comes with this killer whale, and they grow to an average length of 25 feet and weigh an average of 3 tons. They're born into family groups known as pods, and each pod stays together for generations. Killer whales eat sharks, seals, dolphins, and even gray whales. Pretty cool. Over here we do get our file card for Manilow Crocker as a Chief Petty Officer. It has all the information about him there. Now that's pretty much all we got to say about Chief Manilow Crocker on the card. Looks good, pretty much like all the other figures. There's really nothing else that we're going to learn from this figure without taking them off. So let's get this one off card and let's get to exploring. And straight out of the package, this is Chief Crocker with all of his accessories. Now, kind of running down the basics here, let's go ahead and take a look at that base. Much like all the other bases we have in the series, we have that blue with the yellow shark on it, showing the SeaQuest DSV logo. This time we have a sticker on it that says Crocker, so we know that this one belongs to him. And on the back side, we do have, much like his security badge, we do get to see that Petty Chief Officer logo in here that matches his armband. Pretty cool. With that, he also has that PAL, and that PAL is done in that basic yellow plastic. Really good detail, as they all are, but every member of the SeaQuest team is going to come with this. We also get, this time in black instead of the orange with the black on the top, we get the all black stun pistol, and it looks pretty good. Really good detail for what we're getting on this small of scale. Now, much like Commander Ford, we do have that spring-powered away team blaster here, and the handle of this is, again, very much like our stun gun here. So there's a lot of sculpting similarities between the two, except this time it has the handling on the front, and it is spring-powered. Now with this one, it does come with a tranquilizer, and that's kind of what the tranquilizer looks like. To me, it looks more like a buoy. However, I guess in comparison to the other, I could see how this would be a tranquilizer, like an electrified one. That does fit into here, and fires pretty good. Now he also comes with a pair of handcuffs, and these are done on top of plastic that's a little bit more pliable on the cuff portion, and they move, so they actually can rotate back and forth, and there's like a little bit of computer like buttons and stuff and readouts sculpted on it, but no stickers on this. We also come with that Keshi style killer whale. Now this would have scaled really nicely to the SeaQuest DSV, the actual electronic shit that came out, because I think this would have been a good scale to it. However, we don't have it, and this is kind of not so overly detailed enough that I'm going to play like this is a baby orca. Now, last part we're coming to is, of course, Chief Crocker. Now, Chief Crocker has got some really new sculpting stuff to him. He does have a brand new torso with his zipper almost all the way up, much like we got with O'Neill, which is a little bit of the shirt showing. This time, though, the collar's not up, they are folded down, so there is a variation between them. But he also has his belt sculpted on, and this is like his tactical belt, because if you look to the back, he has almost looks like a mace and a cuff pocket on the back, and they're painted silver to stand out. Also on his leg, he has a strap that comes down. It's a quick release, and it has a bit of a holder to hold the stun gun. And that stun gun does kind of fit in. It's a little bit of a softer plastic, but it will sit up. However, if you play a lot with it, it's going to fall out. So that's something to keep in mind, is that it does have a bit of a pocket, just not a lot. Other items, like the PAL, kind of sits in, and the cuffs don't really sit in at all. It's really meant for the stun gun, but the stun gun and the PAL both could work in there. You could pose it with his hand onto the stun gun. I think that'd be kind of cool. Now, it's a really good likeness of Mr. Applegate as far as the beard, the heavier set look in the face with the crow's feet. It's a really good looking figure. And he has a lot of really, really nice detail. A lot of things are very similar, kind of like with the uniform stuff that we've gotten so far. So there's not too much that seems brand new. He does fit onto his stand really, really well. And let's go down that articulation. He does have the swivel head. He does have that swivel waist. He does have the swivel shoulders, along with the bicep cut and the hinged elbows. He does have the swivel thighs, along with the swivel hips and those hinged knees. And all of his articulation works really, really well. Kind of get some accessories on. As far as him holding stuff, he does hold that stun gun fairly well in this hand. He does hold it actually really well in his left hand as well. Either hand works for this one. The PAL does fit in that right hand fairly well, as well as his left, but it feels like his right, I think, does a little bit better. Other than that, as far as that tranquilizer, a Wii team gun, yeah, that actually fits really well and it looks great. The cuffs are the one piece that he doesn't really grip that well, but if we're going to be arresting someone or putting the cuffs on them, then, you know, I could see that that's not going to be around too long in his hand. All in all, I'm really, really happy with this figure. I think it is an excellent looking figure. I think he really fits the part, and it's one of those that, you know, since we didn't get subs, or we didn't get bridge sets, we didn't get playset portions of it, it makes sense to have this particular figure in your line. Because as a security officer, he's going to go with the crew on away missions as much as possible. He's going to be with the people to provide security, and I just like having him there. As a character in the show, I really enjoy the show, and I really enjoy this particular character. He's got kind of a country bumpkin sort of attitude about things, and he's very superstitious. And, you know, he's a heavier set, older guy, which kind of reminds me more of myself in some ways. Even though I'm not necessarily him, I can relate to him on certain levels, and I like him. I think he's definitely one to have in your collection, especially if you're going to have the bridge crew. It just makes sense. And being the only one that has a hat, now you got a hatted figure to go with your crew, which makes sense. Now, we do have an episode on Marvin Dog Media with the Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff episode of SeaQuest DSV coming out this Sunday, December 4th. So be sure to check it out on marvindogmedia.com, or you can find the link on the Facebook page Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. Now that's all I gotta say about Chief Crocker. Remember, they're not dolls. In this case, they're action figures. Action figures that provide security. When I'm not recording videos here on YouTube, I'm actually over on a podcast on marvindogmedia.com called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. It's a really cool toy podcast. Be sure to check it out. Also, I need your help getting my YouTube channel to grow. Be sure to subscribe down below with that big red button. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be alerted of anything that comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and comment down below. I like chatting with you all.